Focus, discipline, and relying on your wingman, all secrets to success for fighter pilots. And as our next guest has learned, secrets to success in life overall for those of us who are civilians, we don't have those stripes. Rob Waldman is the author of Never Fly Solo. Good to see you, Lieutenant Colonel, right?
Great to be here.
Okay, so we understand, to be a great pilot, there is discipline, there's certainly trust, but how do we as ordinary citizens either want to reach out to someone and say, you're my wingman, or I want to be someone's wingman? And what does it mean to be a wingman?
Well, like you said, being a wingman is about trust. And I remember flying combat missions, 65 total. When you're strapped into an F-16, barely able to move, you can't see your most vulnerable position, which is behind you. So what we do as fighter pilots is we check each other's six, which is 6 o'clock on a clock. But it's hard for me to check my own six. But if I'm flying with you, Frederica, and you're a mile to my right or left, you can easily look over your shoulder and call out the missiles to us. So it's about encouraging each other and calling out the missiles because we all have blind spots.
Right.
So I need to build trust with you and be willing to hear you call out that missile and say, you know what, Frederica thinks outside her cockpit and cares about me. I need to take action.
So it's another way of saying, a mentor, finding a mentor or being someone's mentor. But so many of us are so busy, in our lives, just trying to take care of ourselves, trying to take care of your family members. And now you got to try and think of, how can I help someone else? How do you encourage someone to say, you want to be someone's wingman, and this is how you do it?
Well, we have to embody the principles of courage and trust and accountability before we can ask for help. But I believe the three most important words in life are, I need help. So how do you do it at home if you're...
And that's hard to say, I need help.
We all have egos. But Mayday is a wingman's call to action. So don't ever turn away a wingman. Be careful, there are wing nuts trying to drag you down. Be selective with who you're working with, but also volunteer. Review somebody's resume. Wing work, don't just network. Get out there and find out people who you know in your network that can help the person out.
So you're in your workplace, you're going about your regular routine, you've got your morning routine, your afternoon duties, etc. When do you make that time to even identify that someone could use my assistance, or to say, you know what, I need help, without looking vulnerable?
Well,
how do you do that?
The key is, don't call out for help until you build the relationships. In my book, Never Fly Solo, I talk about walking the flight line. When you're at work, if you're in sales, connect with the people in tech support, customer service. Right here at CNN, you had the makeup people. Behind the scenes, what do they do? What does your marketing people do? And when you build relationships with them, when the missiles do come and you ask for help, they'll be there for you. The key is this: treat each other as people first and employees second. Then they will push it up and go to full power for you.
And, we're giving thanks this weekend for a lot of things. People need to think about, I don't necessarily need to be thankful of those material things, but it's someone else's effort, someone else's, I guess, hand extended to me to help me along. And now you're saying it's time to return the favor. It's
about being what I call a wing giver. In this economy, people are being shot at. Let's not get shot down. Let's give our wings away. And if you look at the troops that are serving overseas, we just had Thanksgiving. Look in your local communities. Volunteer at a soup kitchen. You might have a neighbor whose husband or wife might be deployed. Bring over a cake. Maybe they need some help. You don't need to wear a flight suit or fly an F-16 to be a wingman. It's the little things in life that acknowledge our humanity and give each other courage. That's the key.
Excellent. Love it. Never Fly Solo. Lieutenant Colonel Rob Waldman, thanks so much for helping all of us who are non-military try to apply these military disciplines to our regular civilian lives and help everybody else in the interim. Good to see you. Appreciate it.
Pleasure to be here.
Very nice.
Thank you.
All right, we have a lot going on this morning, and we're going to check.